All right. So we're back for another week of these Love and Hip Hop Miami characters. So we are on episode 3. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Returning royal family members, you already know how this thing goes. All right, so the title of this episode is hilarious, Trick or Treat. I don't know, I always find the titles interesting or funny. I don't know. I try to keep myself amused. Anyway, so this episode opens up with Trina, the baddest chick. All right, so she basically wants Hood Brat. I don't remember her name. She said it in the beginning of the episode. So she wants Hood Brat to join her girls tour. So she goes to see her. Trina goes to see Hood Brat, and Hood Brat is working. Okay, she is, full on. Outfit, makeup, set up, camera. So she's shooting a music video. So Trina goes to talk to her, and Hood Brat's story is pretty much her sister passed away, and Hood Brat has her niece and nephew. So she is taking care of herself as well as her niece and nephew. So we got to see a little bit of her. I know they talked about her story in the previews, but I guess we got to kind of see a little bit of her in the beginning of the episode. She seems like a hard worker, and I think that she would fit the bill for Trina's little, girls tour that she's trying to put together. All right, so we move on to Brisco. Okay, remember, I was like, okay, Brisco last week. Brisco, all right, cool guy, came out of jail trying to reform himself. So, Brisco, this is what I want to say to you. Leave Joy, aka Trick Daddy's wife, alone. Leave her alone. So Briscoe and Joy, they are out on a date, okay? And he says that he knew Joy for a long time, but she was always off limits because she was married to Trick. And he heard that she's getting a divorce. Briscoe, don't hold your breath, brother. They've been getting a divorce for 3 seasons now that we know of since they were introduced to us. So don't hold your breath, bro. So he asked Joy if them dating is going to be a problem with Trick Daddy. And Joy, she tells him like, no, I'm not worried about Trick. Trick has a girlfriend, Nikki Natural. And Briscoe reveals, Briscoe's like, huh, who? So Joy's like, Trick, Nikki Natural. So Briscoe, he revealed that he used to kick it with Nikki Natural. Oh God. And the last time he kicked it with her was a couple of weeks ago. So we already know where this is going. So next scene, they wasted no time. We see Joy showing up to her house as well as Trick's house, even though she doesn't live there. So Trick, he thinks it was a good idea to have Joy and Nikki Natural sit down and talk for whatever reason. So Joy and her husband's girlfriend, they start bickering. And then Trick and his girlfriend, they start bickering. So Nikki Natural starts, going after Trick and going at Trick. And Trick is kind of telling her, like, you need to calm down. You need to relax. So he wants everybody to get along, I guess, to make life easier for him. Now, I was just waiting for Joy to bring up Briscoe because I knew it. I knew that she was going to use that as ammunition. And she did. Now, let me tell you what ticked me off in this scene. Okay, this scene was real ridiculous with them going back and forth. Now, Trick, he slaved over the stove and cooked these broads a nice meal. He prepared a nice meal. It looked good, and we know Trick can throw down. And nobody touched their food in the entire scene. Ungrateful. So anyway, Trick's girlfriend, Nikki Natural, she's turning up on him. And he put her out the house. He told her to get out. Now, Joy said it's her house too because her name is on the deed. Woo-wee. Joy said, bye. You know what I'm saying? This is my house too, girl. Bye. My name is on the deed. So, Joy, your name is still on the deed. You are still legally married to Trick. What is going on here? Like, what's going on? Listen, if they like it, I love it. So, Trick basically says that he believes Joy. He says, look, he's known Joy for 20 years? He's known Nikki Natural for 2 months. And when the Briscoe situation came up, so he said and Briscoe has no reason to lie. And Trick already know how it goes. You know what I mean? They are allegedly not sleeping together, Trick and Nikki Natural. So he probably figures she's getting it from somewhere else. So he believes what Joy says. But Trick, why you put that girl out your house? You could at least let her eat first. Nobody touched their food though. Anyway, so we move on to Amara and MJ. Okay, so he, in a nutshell, he wants children. Amara does not want children right now. She is focused on her career. She says that, she's kind of like sorting things out with Jullian because, Jullian is in hot water with Trina. So she is just career focused right now. And he does tell her that MJ tells her, like, look, your manager is pretty much getting you nowhere fast. Like, he ain't doing nothing for you anyway. And I just said to myself, Amara, girl, you need to watch him. Something just seems a little bit off about him. He's really going so hard. He's so adamant about wanting to start a family. And that's fine. You're in a relationship with someone for some amount of time. But I really think that you should watch him, Amara. Something ain't right. So we move on to the showdown downtown. Okay, Trina and Jullian, they finally meet up. So he starts out apologizing for not reaching out to her after her mom passed, right? He said, first and foremost, I just want to send my condolences or give my condolences, and I apologize. Nice try, Jullian. Trina didn't even flinch, okay? She was not off her game. And she was waiting on you at the door, okay? So I don't know if you thought that was supposed to evoke some sort of emotion out of her to kind of throw her off or to make her start crying. Trina did not flinch one bit. She came there to handle business and to confront you, and that she did, okay? So Trina did have two people with her. I think one was her road manager and it was someone else. I don't know who the other person was or what their title or job description was. So Trina is not trying to hear any of Jullian's excuses, rightfully so. And he shows her like a contract trying to prove that the deal that he got was on his own and he didn't use Trina's name to do so. So he has some paperwork that he's trying to shove in her face or show her. Trina is not interested in any manufactured, doctored up, Mona Scott Young contracts. And she was just not interested. So she goes off on him. And she rips him a new one. She says, we've known each other for X amount of years. And we are supposed to be like family, and you didn't even text me, call me, send flowers or anything when my mom passed. Now, see, I think that he probably didn't do any of those things because he knows he was guilty. And I feel like, how do you know someone for, over a decade or however long you've known her? You work together with this person, even at work. Like, at work, sometimes when you hear one of your coworkers' loved ones pass away, even you don't know them personally, but everybody kind of like collects money and gives a card to the person or whatever, like a sympathy card or something. That just seems like the right thing to do, right? But you've known Trina for a significant amount of time and you didn't even send flowers to her mother's funeral. That's because you was doing things that you had no business doing. So to come face to face to me now and say, first and foremost, I want to, give my condolences. I don't want to hear any of your condolences because you could have sent a rose. One rose, nothing. You didn't even text her. Okay, I get it. You may not want to call her because you don't know what to say. I get that. But not even a text message, an email, a pigeon with a note attached? Nah, you live in foul, Jullian, and we can see right through you. We see right through you. So anyway, after she rips him a new one, she walks off and he leaves. So she says that's it. The relationship is done. It's done and over with. And like I said, I'm curious to see if she is going to take legal action or what. Like, we'll see. All right, so we finally see Joseline. She's rehearsing. I mean, there wasn't much to see here. She's rehearsing some dance moves, and her boyfriend, he comes in, and we still don't know what the beef is with Joseline and Prima Donna, but she's just talking negatively about Prima Donna, talking about her physical appearance and talking about getting this money, and, I hope these chicks don't push me because I'm going to do something crazy. So it really wasn't anything there. So moving along. So Trick's girlfriend, honey, Miss Nikki Natural. Now she, shout out to Funky Daniva, okay? She ended up down to the bar, okay? It didn't look like where the rich cars be or the Honda cars be, okay? I love Funky Daniva. So she is venting to Hoodbrat. Hoodbrat, it appears that Hoodbrat is a bartender at this bar. And Hoodbrat did tell Trina early on in the episode that she did work with Nikki Natural. I think they did a song together, and she didn't have any issues with her. You know, she was professional when they were working together, and she's cool. So Nikki is down to the bar, honey, and Hood Brat is fixing her a drink, and she's just pretty much venting about what took place. The Trick kicked her out. Trick told her to get out. I can't. He told her to get out. That was crazy. I think Trick already knows what it is with this girl. That's why he was so quick to put her out. And he's probably tired of her and her antics. See, Trick, I told you, leave that young girl alone. Leave her alone. Anyway, so Nikki is venting to Hood Brat, and she's just telling her, like, you know, he put me at. He put me at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even doing nothing. You know, she's bragging about the fact that she's not sleeping with Trick, and then she brings up the Brisco situation, and she says that her and Brisco never did anything. So Hood Brat is listening, and then she convinces her to show up and confront Brisco at his welcome home party, because Brisco, remember, he was locked up for, you know, a little bit of time. And, well, I think it was 2 years. That's a lot of time anyway. But he was locked up, so now he's home. So he is having a welcome home party, just like Doughboy from Boys in the Hood. Okay, but only in the club. So I said to myself, Hood Brat, why would you tell her to confront this man at his party? That... anything for a scene. So they waste no time, and here we are at Brisco's party. So we're introduced kind of to Prima Donna, and she's just, you know, talking about all her boss moves. She says that she has a waist trainer line, she has a line of pressure cookers, and she has seasoning. So she is an eclectic boss lady, as I like to call her. I'm here for it. Nikki, she shows up to Brisco's party. She confronts him. Joy and Brisco were talking at this point, and she confronts him in front of Joy. So he denies saying that he slept with her. And Joy said, you know, maybe I may have misconstrued what you said, but he kind of insinuated that he did, and he didn't deny it. So then Brisco's like, nah, I didn't say that. So Nikki, that's not good enough for her. She's like, no, you're only saying that because you're in front of Joy. So Nikki, did you sleep with him or not, sis? Did ya? Doesn't matter. Trick ain't sleeping with you, so it makes no difference. All right, now Jullian shows up to Brisco's party, y'all. So he sits down and he is talking to Amara and MJ. And MJ, he's sitting down and talking to Amara. I'm sorry. So MJ is looking, and he sees, Jullian and MJ talking. So MJ approaches Jullian, and he tells Amara, go to the bar, go get something to drink. Let me talk to Jullian alone. Excuse me, sir. Oh, go get something to drink, baby. And Amara actually leaves. And I'm just like, what is about to go down? So this MJ dude, he's grilling Jullian about Amara's checks not coming in. And Jullian tells him that he is happy, although he is happy that, he sat down with him man to man. It isn't his place. He said, as far as the business and the money and things like that concerning Amara, that's not your place. And I have to say, as slimy as Jullian comes across, I do agree with that. I don't think it's MJ's place. And like I said, Amara, I think you really need to watch out for this MJ guy. And MJ just goes on to say, like, I'm trying to start a family with Amara, and I want kids. So Jullian is honest. Jullian says, like, I told Amara, as far as kids right now, nope, hell no, like not at all. So the argument starts to get a little bit loud, and he jumps up and MJ starts getting in Jullian's face, and then they're going back and forth. And then MJ tells Jullian that he knows about him trying to slide into bed when he was drunk with Amara when they were in Vegas or LA or wherever it was. So next episode, we're going to see that Amara is a little bit ticked off at the fact that MJ brought that up because she told him that in confidence not to confront Jullian about it. And now you're creating even more static between the client and manager. Like I said, Jullian seems like a slimy snake. But MJ, what was the objective of you doing that? Do you not know how to play chess? Do you not know how to play chess? Are you trying to prove how tough you are? Amara does not need you to stick up for her unless she gives you the green light to do so. And I think that Amara's already complaining that the checks are coming in slow. And I don't understand why the checks are coming in slow. But I told you last week, Amara, and so did Trina, you need to find new management. Okay, that may take some time. But I just feel like if she's going to sever ties with Jullian, she doesn't need it to be confrontational and aggressive. It needs to be a smooth, separation, And then MJ, you just coming in, you act just like your sister. It's so crazy that you were telling your sister at Amara's single release party that this can be handled at home and this is not the place or the time. Yet here you are at somebody's coming home party or welcome home party. Amara is already between a rock and a hard place. Things are moving kind of slow, and you go and just threw gasoline on the fire. And for what? To prove that you a tough guy? Anyway, royal family, I do want to say this about Joseline, though. I have a strong feeling that her return to Love and Hip Hop is not going to work in her favor. I just don't think so. I don't think she cares because she does have another show on Zeus, which I've yet to see. I don't think I'm interested in seeing it because I've seen lots of previews and it's just pretty much giving me Love and Hip Hop and she is in charge. Love and Hip Hop meets Players Club, right? Like, I don't know, whatever. Now, I just think the reason why I'm saying that I don't think that Joseline, her return to Love and Hip Hop is really going to work out in her favor is, I'll just say this much. The climate that we are in socially, people are not tolerating certain types of rhetoric like they did back in the day. So I'll leave it at that. And if I'm correct, where I see her going on this show, I'll expound on that a little bit more. So royal family, this concludes another recap of Love and Hip Hop Miami, Trick or Treat. Be sure to hit the like button. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Thumbs up the video on your way out. Share my videos. Share them on your social media platforms so that we can continue to grow our royal family. Get down in the comments. I do want to hear from you guys. Those of you who watch the show, let me know what you think. Those of you who don't, let me know what you think. You can disagree with me. I have no problem with that as long as you keep it respectful. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and be sure to click the notification bell and select all so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. Royal family, I'm signing off. Keep your notifications on because I'll be back soon. Until next time, peace.